community, building community, faith-based women, gardening, elderly care. What else can you throw in there? What else do we talk about? Yeah, say it, say it.
Sister Locks.
So we're all about those things. If you're about those things, come on in and visit with us. We'll be Sister Chat. This is our Sister Chat. Yeah, we just meet weekly and we talk about all the things. And so let's get it started. So what are some
Yes.
of the things we're gonna talk about today? Because we didn't I've been out of town, you've been running around, and so what we got? What we got today?
So we just have this life and life's activities. Like today, my grandson, he doesn't normally call me, but he called me, and I could tell he was a little bit upset. So he missed his bus. He's very, very organized. He needs structure in his life. As long as structure in his life, he's good. So he didn't hear his alarm, or he must have set it. Something happened to the setting of his alarm, and he was too through. So if he calls the Mima, then I know, oh boy, it's time. What do you need me to do? I'm ready. What the hell? So he called and said he missed his bus. You know, he needed to get to school. Could I help him? I'm like, absolutely. Keeping in mind, they live like 45 minutes from my house. But just my grandson, and if my
Wow.
grandson needs me, it's right around the corner.
And
I'm
how old
there.
is he 13?
He just turned 14.
I haven't seen an updated picture, so that would be nice. I mean, y'all want updated pictures of my grandchild, but
She's so adorable. She's new.
yeah, well, I'm great auntie. I would like to see what the
Yes.
how the kiddos are progressing and what they.
Yes. I totally got you.
I
So
look. I used to be in the mall and pass them. Of course, I recognize them if they're in the mall.
you would.
We have relatives that live locally, and our kids could very well pass each other in the mall and not know that they were cousins.
And the scary thing is a lot of the same age as your son.
Yeah,
That part.
yeah. But
We're gonna do.
yeah. So wow, what a week
So
we had. I've had.
well we.
Yeah,
So I don't know. Did okay, so hi, my name is Ajwa.
and I'm Nubia, and
And
we are birth sisters, and this is our sister chat. Yeah,
indeed
yeah.
it is. We are two of four.
Yes, we are.
our
Yes, we
our
are.
parents have four children total. And she's number one and I'm number two. You know.
Not the
Yeah.
military people calling you in the middle of a live. Like you got 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and so we'll have to get back with them.
Oh, calling you. Got it.
All I mean,
Yeah, at least it's not me this time. Woohoo!
because we're also both veterans too. Yeah,
Yes.
we're also both
Yes.
veterans. So,
So
anyway, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
so oh gosh. So got over to that side of town and I brought my grandson to school one time. And I slept since then, so I could not remember where that school was. But before we pulled out, I said, "What's the name of that school?" Yeah, I felt bad because his grandson should know his name of school. But I was like, "What's the name of that school again?" He told me, "No, no, no." So I said, "Okay." So I was talking to my car, and I was telling my car where to go, and I kept saying that name wrong. I mean, he said, "No, he know me, ma. That's not what I said. That's not the school." I'm like, oh Lord. I said, "Okay." So he told me again, and I don't know. I swear, I pretty bird. I got it wrong 2 times. So finally, I said, "Okay." I said, and plus he was talking really, really low because he was really upset that he missed his bus. So he's like doing that kind of mumble thing, and I'm trying to hear the words. Like okay, I thought I heard that. Again, that wasn't it. Okay. So ultimately, I said, "Well, go ahead and say what it is." And so he said it, and he said it so low that my car didn't even register he was even talking. So I said, "Okay, say it again, a little bit louder this time." So then he said it, and but it wasn't. It still was like kind of like it wasn't like I kind of loud, and so I had to say it again, and then it actually took us straight to where we need to go. But then it took me like all around Timbuktu to get to it. I said, "I know I didn't come this way last time." So if I had to come immediately and say go this way, it's a whole other way. I mean, so. But in saying that, on the way out, it took me back the way I remembered,
Hmm.
once I arrived at the school. But
So now it's in your phone.
so now it's on my phone. Check. Um, but he had to turn his laptop in today.
Oh,
Which means that all their serious studying is done for the
okay.
most part, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. So that was my morning. But wait, there was more.
Okay.
So yeah. So after I dropped him off, I had already volunteered last week to work in the garden
At your
at
church.
church, at my church. And I was supposed to be there at 8 o'clock. And so I thought, I said, I might as well go ahead and go from here, right? I dropped him off. We probably got to his school because the traffic is like trafficking. And so by the time I dropped him off, it was like 2 minutes before they were going to open up the doors for all the kids to come in. All the kids were lined up outside. All them parents were dropping off the kids. Bye-bye. See you.
Wow. I mean, you had to drive
Yes.
45 minutes and then you still beat the door opening to the school. Wow. That
Yeah.
is too much. That's too much. I mean,
Mm.
and I'm always saying that because my husband sent me a message, this really short video
Mhm.
about life in the Caribbean and what it's like, and how now people who thought it was all an exciting thing to come and live in the United States. Sorry, we're not bashing. We're not United States bashers, but
Nope.
we're not the land of milk and honey anymore, people. And there are other places to live. But this girl
They
was.
want to go home, right?
Say again.
They want to go home, right?
They want to go home because they're missing the homeland. I might even have to, I don't know, play some of it because,
Do it, and then I'll tell you about the garden. On the way there.
Well,
after.
I'm looking for it. So go ahead and tell me about the garden first because I'm still
Oh.
looking for it.
So I left my and keeping in mind they are in a whole other. His school is in a totally separate county than where they live.
Yeah.
So I mean.
So that means that bus ride is a good little bus ride for him in the morning.
Oh, that he can sleep for a whole hour before he gets there.
Go like this. You have a piece of hair fling. Let's going like that.
Here?
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Thank you. You know me. So I went from there. Then I headed right there, and it said it was going to be 45 minutes, another 45 minutes. But then the time that kind of ended up being like an hour and 8 minutes because traffic. Took me an hour and 8 minutes to get from my grandson's school to my church. This is all one state still, right? Like we could already be in Rhode Island for Pete's sake. head into Mass, right? Hour and a half, right? Or an hour. So.
And so she's saying that because I live in Connecticut and she lives in Texas. Texas is a whole nother world. I mean, that's a whole nother nation right there. But
it's a whole other country. They told us that when we were kids. Remember that commercial? It's a whole other country.
I don't remember.
I do. So I got there and I probably arrived around 8:40, and I probably would have got there 8:35, but I had to stop and use the restroom, and then I had to go because that was a long way from the time me drinking water from my house to my grandson's school, and then the church.
Absolutely.
Yes. So I was like, oh, thank the Lord. Ladder was good today. Ladder behaves.
So was that? What'd you find? Like a Dunkin' Donuts, or where'd you just curious?
Whataburger.
Oh, we don't. Okay. All right. Sorry. I forgot we're in different states again. We're in different.
Whataburger.
All right. So.
But stayed there for almost 2 hours. I got there at 8:40 and left probably around maybe an hour and a half. So maybe around 10:15.
You mean that town? Oh, you mean church?
Church.
Okay. So what did you wear? But you were already garden ready.
I have my little, I have those little the skirt that has the little tights on attached to it.
Okay.
Yes. Had that, my t-shirt already. I was ready to go because I knew by the time I would get home, I would have to be moving to freshen up and whatever to get myself, prepared.
Well, at least you thought about it ahead of time. Now, did you? How did that work out with? Okay, now we're going to switch a little bit to elderly care. How did that work with you leaving Daddy really quickly? He's still sleeping. Did he miss you?
Oh, honey, he was still sleeping. Thank you, Lord. So, and usually I would have my his CNA would come in during that time frame, and freshen him up for me, whatever. So I also had to freshen him up and get him fed before I can get down here to talk to you. So let's just say it's been a busy 6 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we lived somewhere together in a different country, he could have 24-hour care.
Yes.
Go ahead.
It's funny though that you should talk about the Caribbean because I've been looking up tickets because I need a break. And usually when I take a break, I'm going to a family funeral, or I'm doing some kind of activity for someone else. I need some help or whatever during the time frame, or I'm heading, or or I head to a baby shower or whatever. But I've never really used the respite for me, like just me. So they give 5 days, and Pop will pay for two, and I'm gonna do 7 days somewhere. So I gave them a tentative date of the 31st of May to the 6th of June. Doesn't have to be that, but that just came to my mind, and I'm ready now. So
That's
plus,
like I was on a call this morning,
uh-huh.
and who was I talking to? I don't even know who I was. It was on TikTok in the room or something like that. And oh, I was okay. And the lady said, "Oh, and this weekend is Memorial Day weekend." I'm like, "No, it's not yet, girl." And
Mm.
I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And I should know because my born day is attached to it at the end, but it's early this year. Then where I
Yeah,
meet, yeah,
yeah,
because it's the last Monday of the May.
yeah. Of the week, yeah, of the week of May, yeah.
But I do still have a whole 7 days before I actually, yeah, actually. See, I haven't been. You normally I'm on top of the calendar and I can see and I know how many weeks, whatever.
Right.
But lately, like you said, it's just been bam, 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 from one thing to
Yes.
the next.
Yes, and then, like today, I can tell you it's Tuesday. I know it's our day, but if you ask me was it the 18th or 25th, I'd be like,
Well, the only reason why I know that it's the 19th is because I
yeah,
went in, I have different windows that I log into. Like in the morning,
mhm,
I log in at 7 a.m. for one year
yeah,
Bible. And
hmm,
so I logged into our screen and I'm like, nope, wrong day. So I said, well, while I'm here, I might as well just change the date to the 19th. Because
yeah.
when I go in for the Bible, I have to change it to from the 17th to the 18th to the 19th that way.
Gotcha, gotcha,
So
gotcha.
that's because I was in the wrong window probably this morning when I went to log in or last night something.
Hmm.
But yeah, I wish I could still, I wish I can't hold up a picture and show you my adorable little granddaughter. But I don't know, let's see.
He's so cute.
She's adorable. Let's see. So I don't know. I mean, it's not what's the sense in showing you if I can't show you, right? So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, we got to get permissions. That's why I
Yeah,
showed you.
look, we don't want. We're trying not to get banned by our children, right? I mean,
Yeah, right. Hey, dim the rule, you know.
yeah. So anyhow, but I don't know. I can't find that one video, and I know that my husband sent it to me.
Hmm.
So you know how you go back and you look within all the scrolls for the husband, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, well, did he? You know what? Maybe he sent it to on WhatsApp because we have a family chat from my husband and my kids on WhatsApp. We have one on
Uh-huh.
Snapchat. We have it on
Yeah.
the things. And let me just take a look in there real quick. But it might have been longer than. But she just basically was saying how you can work all day,
Hmm.
all night, all week. And if you're in the States, you don't have time to even have a social life because you're working and because you have to keep, you have to have a roof over your head. And she said, living in the islands is like laid back. You got that, your feet in the sand, you're walking around and then just the air and just the hearing the water and the trees swaying. I mean, she didn't say it
Yeah.
just that meticulously, but that's basically what she was saying.
Right.
When you grow up there as a child, you don't understand. You just want to get to the big place. You want to get to the land of milk and honey, which is what people used to refer to the United States as.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah. And then people are like, so try and wait till you retire. I mean, I
Mm.
sent you that article just the other day when we're basically in that status as veterans.
Hmm.
And how do you cut the benefits for veterans? We're not trying to be socially what this is real life here for you and I.
Right.
So I'm like, how do you do that? That's
It,
something you're gonna have to pray that does not go through. I think that they've tried it a couple times to let it go
mhm.
through. So
But you know who's fighting that is DAV, Disabled American Vets.
they're fighting for us.
Yes, matter of fact, that's how we got a lot of these holidays is the DAV.
Yeah.
People don't realize that, you
Yeah.
know.
So and
So
thank God for
hats
that.
off to the DAV. Salute.
Yes.
Hmm.
So yeah, I that's just craziness because and when I said it to my husband because you're a veteran, I'm a veteran, my husband's a veteran, your spouse was a veteran, and my husband, my sister, my daughter, and her husband, and your brother, your daughter, and your son, and their spouses, whatever. We just have a history and grandfather. on our step because we had to, but anyway, a family of military people, and
Mhm.
my husband was saying they only can put in something like that because nobody in your family, that the governor, the politician, whoever put that in, you don't have anybody who served because you don't get it. Like, you don't give them benefits, have them serve your country, and then pull it back.
Well, I would say we're not going to get into politics, but the very funny one, the very one that is pushing it was also in the military at one point.
Really, you
Yes.
would think that that person has no military affiliation whatsoever.
Let me verify that. I'm going to do a fact check on that one.
Yeah, because I'm just saying, how do you know? So I'm going to add to the things that we talk about is military benefits because that's an everyday lively thing that's going to affect a lot of different people. And thank God we know that we're children of God.
Mm,
He's going to supply all of our needs according to riches and glory, His riches and
amen.
glory. So we're going
Amen.
to be all right.
Yes.
But there's going to be a lot of hurting people because
Mhm.
they're already going through. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
some people have to choose between. Say if they're even not a veteran, they're having to choose between food and medication.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
so it don't and that money, the benefits only takes you so far. You still have to have. So anyhow, but anyway, how's your garden doing? I don't mean to switch over like a drastic shift. I just shifted from shift one to shift three all the way back.
You did. Yeah, did I wasn't even prepared for it. But so I told you that I put a few carrots in there and kale and bok choy, which is going. It's actually running away right now. So I guess I didn't water it quite enough. But it's my first time doing it. So,
So it's going to
but yeah.
seed. Is it going to seed?
Oh yeah.
Wow. Well, it's hot.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, what's your average temperature?
Uh, 80s and 90s.
Yeah. I mean, right now it says that we're. Ooh, I love it how you got I got I'm on my laptop right here. Look at this,
Mm. Yeah. Ooh la la. That's food.
right?
Yeah.
So I'm on my laptop over here, but over here I'm looking at my phone. 81 degrees and it says storms possible tomorrow.
So if you have 80s, then I have like 90s, right?
I'm just saying.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so bok choy and kale, and carrots, tomatoes. I got little tomatoes on the vine. We'll go outside here in a minute. I got put my little. Oh no, I think I still have my boots from the garden in the car. Yeah, it's fine. And that's a good thing of me this year being ready for only one box, garden box. I put everything all in one sitting. So I have squash in there. What else do I say? Tomatoes in there and kale. I can't think of anything else, but yeah. So that box is full and it's working. But like I said, everything's trying to go to seed right now, with the exception of the carrots are doing okay. They're fine in the ground right now. But I want to show you this one cute little carrot.
Where is it, in the kitchen or is it still on the
Yeah,
ground?
it's in there. Mhm.
Oh, grab it, grab it. So we're getting better at bringing stuff up, and sometimes we have technical difficulties because we're over the age of 50 and we're trying to do this on our own, but we're getting better at this thing. um, but there were some pictures that I wanted to show and I'm not able to do that because still working on it.
Yeah.
But I have the cutest little flyer that I just made through Chat GPT, and it's a picture of that. Sometimes I take a screenshot of you and
Yeah.
I took a screenshot of you and I put it in Chat GPT, and I said, okay, we're Sister Chat live at this time, and um, give me a flyer that's similar to the one I just did 5 minutes beforehand, right?
Right.
But
Right.
I haven't had a chance to download it to Canva to bring it back up over here, whatever. So I'll have to show you later.
Okay.
It's really cute. Okay.
So look at all these. This is all the stems from this carrot, which means that yeah. So it was like busy up top, right?
Right.
And look at the cute little carrot.
Oh, you could almost put that back in the ground.
Girl, thinking about it, but I wanted to show you. I said, I keep it as water for right now, and then I'll let it go back and live. But you see the color of that carrot?
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to actually seeing a whole one come to fruition, come to completion. But I pulled that thing out just because I could not wait anymore. I wanted to see it.
Once you saw all that stuff on top, you thought this is going to be gigantic. We're going to have supper tonight. That's what you thought.
Hmm. Speaking of silver, oh yeah, that's the whole other thing. So these are all of my sweet potato slips.
Oh, I love it when that happens like that.
Yeah, and then you can see that like I have two of them, but got little flowers on it. See it? Well,
Yeah.
not flowers, but it's got like leaves to them.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but yeah, but these roots are ready, girl. I mean, good and ready. You could see the whole cluster of them, and they're like, let's go.
Yeah. Wait, you were in Germany. You just said something that reminded me of your German words. Guten Tag. What's that mean?
Good, good day.
Oh, see,
Guten Tag.
I remember
Hello.
I remember when you were stationed in Germany.
Yes. Oh,
Isn't
those are
it
good
funny how,
times. Good times.
isn't it funny how something just comes to your memory and it's not like I was there. It's just I
Yeah.
don't know, for some reason that just came to mind.
I'm grateful because my unit, although we went to the field a whole lot, if I had a track meet, they would fly me back in.
Wow. Wow. So you were representing the army.
You know. So and that was before all Army track and field. So I've been blessed.
Amen.
Oh yeah. So that part. But yeah, so those are some things growing, and and I figured I'd share that. Even if we don't go outside, at least you've seen what's cooking. And
Yeah.
so these slips, I'm going to actually take these. U.S. Army. These slips, I'm going to take these, and I'm going to try something different. I'm going to use a clothes. I saw this TikTok, not TikTok, but this YouTube, and they use a clothes basket. They use a tall clothes basket, and they put the mesh in the inside of the clothes basket and filled it on up with all the soil,
Mhm.
and then they cut little
Little holes.
slits.
Yeah. Little holes.
So I thought that was like the neatest thing. So I'm gonna try it. Just because I can put it in there and leave it, and it's gonna have, it's wicking. I mean, I shouldn't say wicking, but it's kind of like wicking having a mesh on the inside.
Mhm.
And so you can just water that thing, water and go, water and go.
I tell you, I'm seriously,
Yeah.
I told my husband, I said, okay, I'm supposed to be, I won't say right now where I'm going, but I'm supposed to be going somewhere in June, and it is awfully tempting. I'm like, honey, depending on what's going on the stage, you may not be able to get me back on that plane.
And then there are Caribbean islands that are actually part of the United States. Annexed or however you want to call it.
Right.
So long story short is you technically you can still be in the United States because you don't want to do anything that's going to hinder anything, financially, by going to one that's not part of the United States.
Oh,
But
but there's a lot of places that, I mean, that's the other thing that was today that I saw. I was watching a video, and the
mhm.
lady was saying, because last time I left the country in a big way, I used my credit card was really an ATM card, so we could go to the ATM, take money out, and they would, I think I'm
Or
sure
like
this
a debit card, don't be using no debit cards, girl.
girl. So she was saying, so I'm like, wow, you need to look for because because we're in the military. We were in the military, so we use the credit unions. And so she was like, you need to go ahead and get a regular card, because you don't want to be, and then make sure that that card, like, because some countries like a Chase. I didn't want to say a lot, like a Chase, whatever, that are in other countries. But then
Girl,
there's
you
countries.
better go ahead and use that federal. You better use that federal credit union.
Well, they were saying that you shouldn't use credit union cards.
Well,
That's,
long story short, they're also saying that all those big banks are going to be going digital,
they're also
which means
saying
that they
that
can.
those big banks are canceling America's Visa and Mastercards. Also, that part right there.
Oof.
So I
Hmm.
don't know. I gotta watch that video again and
Hmm.
take some notes the next time and ask these banks, which you got to find like a European. I don't know. Find a place that caters to the European nations, America, and the other countries that that we might want to travel to.
Right.
So
Hmm.
yeah,
So, what didn't I give you a recipe for some kind of cleanse? Did you try it with the chia seed and the water and the lime and the
it
and
was
the?
just no, it was just yesterday, and so I was driving when you gave me you gave it to me, but
Mhm.
then I also went to get my nails done, and then I'm like, I might as well just have a pedicure. I just sat in that chair, and I love talking to the Asian lady that did my pedicure and
Just saying,
manicure.
someone's excuse me. It said someone's at my front door now.
Sometimes people just walk by, but go ahead, take a look if you want, if you need to.
Well, I don't want to go up. I don't want to hit the screen.
Oh,
They didn't ring the doorbell, but I do see a person just like standing there.
well, go ahead to the door. Go take a
Mm.
look.
Well, the good thing is you're nearby, just in case.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Anyways, on this channel, when you come in to visit us, we talk about veterans, as you can tell, being moms, elderly care. We're both grandma, but my baby girl is only granddaughter is only like 9 weeks old or so, and like she has some teenagers, and then she has some younger ones. So she has three boys and one girl as far as her grandchildren. So they dropped off a package.
Yes.
Is your guest still there? Or are they gone?
Gone.
Okay.
Yes. My guy ain't gone.
Okay.
Where is my guy? He's mighty quiet.
Oh, he's happy to be here. She talked about her little what's he called?
What kind of dog? He's a schnauzer.
Schnauzer. Okay. Yeah, he's quiet now. I guess he became.
He didn't bark when the guy came to the door.
So I'm saying he's a country dog now. He's got all his barks out.
I tell you what, he spends half the time. It's the custody. He's got half the time here and got half the time over there.
Got it all out now because before he would bark for everything. Little ant.
Right. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
There he is. You hear little jingle bells?
I hear it.
Okay.
Yep. So, I had this little thing I purchased, but I can't open it because it was a gift for one of my kids, and I don't want to. When you have three daughters and a son, it's like you put everything in. I don't want to just say daughters or son. It's like it's for one of my children. But I'll have to show you once I open it up because I bought something similar, but mine's upstairs on my little vanity stand.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so yeah, I had a good weekend this past week. I was in North Carolina at Hilton Head. And I can remember being there a long time ago, but it's been so long. It was before kids. So that's like 30 years ago or so.
Right.
Recognize anything. But yeah, so I ended up sleeping in the USO building. I don't want to say exactly what airport, but there was a couple that I could have went to. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, don't.
So there was a couple that I could have stayed at, but yeah, it was really nice because I was supposed to leave my plane was supposed to leave 5:45 a.m. And I didn't have a ride back to the airport, and it was going to be a good little distance from where I was staying.
Right.
And then you have to be to the airport 2 hours prior. I'm like, I am not getting up at 1 o'clock in the morning to get into an Uber at 2 o'clock in the morning and to drive down these really dark, really beautiful. Remember how one of our aunts lived out in the town that's the S, and all the trucks are beautiful, and they lean over the street.
And a deer and the antelopes are jumping on in the road and stuff.
Then we had a couple aunts, but the aunt that started with L, that's no longer with us.
Right.
Her place. And so I'm like, I am not trying to go in any of these long, like, remember the song, The Long and
Winding Road. Bum, bum. Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not trying to go down any of those roads at 2 o'clock in the morning by myself in an Uber. No. So after we had our lunch on the last day, which was Saturday, my roommate's like, well, are you going to go to the beach party? Are you going to go? I said, I'm going, this is like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll go to my room and I'm going to reorganize my suitcase because I don't know what I'm going to do. And with us being the way that we are, just disciplined, and I won't blame it on the military because our parents are very disciplined people and organized. And so I was like, I'm not waiting until 1 o'clock in the morning because I was going to start packing and head to Facebook and put on there in the conference that I was in, anybody leaving for the airport, and maybe I can jump in the car with you. Right. But on my way by, I was standing at a lady was standing at the front desk, and they were like to me, because I had my bag, because I had just did my podcast that morning with the Bible, reading the Bible, and I didn't go run back upstairs. I just kept my bag on me and so they said, are you leaving? I'm like, no. I said, are you guys leaving? And the lady said, yes. And I said, really, where are you going? She said, oh, I have to drop the car back off. And I said, to which airport? And she told me. I was like, really? I said, can I jump in the car with you? And we, I don't really know her, but we had conversations because but there must be like 250 people, women.
It seemed like unity, like unity to the unity power.
Yeah.
To the third power. So that was really nice.
Yes. So I keep calling it Sisterhood Travel Club. That's what it seemed like. Because remember that there was a movie out one time, The Traveling.
Traveling Pants, something like that. Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants or something.
Yeah. So,
Uh-huh.
so because she was going to be driving somebody else's rental car, she kind of was a little bit hesitant. But the person who was standing beside her, who was like her coworker or co-partner, said, "Girl, go ahead on. You good, you know." And so she said, and the lady said to me, the other lady, "Why are you still standing here? Go pack." Girl, I got that stuff. I couldn't even get to the elevator fast enough to hit the buttons. And then I started searching for my key card to get me in the room because I was in such a rush. I couldn't find the card, right? And my roommate already had said that she was going to go take a walk on the beach or whatever, or sit outside in the sun. So then I had to call her really quickly and say, "Hey, I'm trying to get upstairs. I found somebody to drive me to the airport." And she's like, everybody's like, "Well, who are you driving with?" And who? I said, "I don't know." So by the time she started heading towards the room, I'm in the middle of the floor outside my door, looking through all my bags. Because, key point, ladies, if you're over the age of 50,
Mm-hmm.
put your glasses back in the case. Put your key card in the same place. Like, that's my thing right now, is I'm telling myself, and my daughter said to me too, if you're standing in line and there are people behind you, they're going to stop and put their money in their wallet. They're going to stop and take their receipt and put it in a certain spot. I always feel like I have to get out of the way. No,
I know.
Stay there for a second.
Yeah.
Put your credit card back in the
In
same
the same spot. Mm-hmm.
Because I always think, oh, I'll just slid it beside my wallet. And when
And
I
I'll
get
put that on. No.
or I'll just slip it in my pocket
Yeah.
really quick.
Oh,
Girl,
yeah.
you know how much confusion? Because you said that you had an appointment the other day and you know where you normally put your keys, but your keys weren't there. And then you missed an appointment.
Yeah. That was my hair appointment too. And all I can say is I'm getting a little fluffy on the top right there. I'm like, oh Lord, can we please? And so by the time I found it, because I had to stop and pray because I was already tearing up the house. I mean tearing up the house.
I hear you.
And so I said, you know what? Just stop and just pray because this is ridiculous. You're not going to figure it out with your mind everywhere. And so I did calm myself down and had to pray. And lo and behold, 10 minutes after my appointment, another FedEx, what's going on here? And lo and behold, keys. And it takes me 15 minutes to get to my appointment. So if you take the 10, I was already late. Plus the 50, it would have been a whole hour late. So, needless to say, I was thankful that she's even, plugging me in somewhere else. But I can't tell you. I mean, I actually had myself in a panic over keys. I mean, that's the problem of having one set. And I had two sets, but I had already lost the first set. But and I hope it was me, because I have grandkids and they're small. And that last one, he's a busy one.
Yeah, I saw the little when you have who bought those cereal? That cereal, that trick cereal. Well, we don't have to say a name brand because we're not trying to get whatever. But there was a faux box. We'll say it was off brand because we don't, whatever. That
right.
One of the kids had it, and it was. She says by the time she's searching and she's cleaning up her house, she found a bowl of the cereal under the couch or something like that. Right?
Well, it had to be at least a month. At least a month.
And not. Go ahead.
It was like that ground beef, that burger that was found in somebody's pocket, 10, 14 years old. It looked like still bright and colorful, all that food coloring and, whatever, artificial flavors. I said, there's not one ant, and not, hello, ant, none.
Not a dog, a cat, nothing.
Nothing. That's scary. You know that we're putting toxins in our body when even the small creatures of the earth will not even touch it.
That's like I know that we use butter now, and because we learned that from some years back, probably almost. It seemed like keto was 10 years ago when we were doing that. I don't know, but
we've been using butter for a long time. We didn't. No, margarine was only when we were kids.
But what I'm saying is, we learned a lot of different things, and my main thing was keto 2016 because it's like now is
that's probably been about 10 years.
Yeah. So when you put margarine out and not even a gnat, a mosquito, a fly, nothing will land on margarine.
Did you see that they actually had on one of these platforms showed someone burning bread and it caught on fire? Like
Well,
I Kindle.
wow. Well, I think it was you or my husband that told me about they took some bread. I think it was my husband. They took the bread and they immersed it in water and it was a sponge. It didn't melt down, it didn't crumble. It didn't do it, it soaked up everything like a sponge and looked like it was still brand new. What? And we're eating those things and putting it in our body?
And then all these
And
this of the fruit, they're got GMOs and they're making them sweeter and sweeter and sweeter and sweeter to the point where I can't even eat an apple and like enjoy it because it's like so sweet, right? I mean, you got your whole your table of sugar for like the month.
and what people may not know, you and I know, is
Hmm.
that they put sugar in our food, they put sugar in everything that's unnecessary because it makes you crave more. It makes you
Yeah,
crave
but
more. It makes
even in our ketchup,
yeah.
in our salad dressings, come on,
Why does
man,
salad dressing need sugar? Sugar.
no,
I
no.
mean, and it's so hard to even find if you're watching, take the time to read the label because the least amount of sugar you can find is 1%, 1 gram or whatever
Hmm.
in your salad dressing. But it's like why?
Right.
Why?
Hmm.
So
I tell you what, I understand why, if you look at the health of older people back in the day, they lived a whole lot longer because they ate a whole lot healthier. Their food was real, right? I told you about that. I bought Papa, Papa is like a steak and eggs guy, and I bought him a steak. It wasn't steak and eggs, but it was like actually a meal. And I asked for the steak with bone in it, and they said, we don't do wild bone anymore. And when that steak came out, and I brought it home, I asked him, "Oh, please make it medium. That way I knew I could cook it the rest of the way when I got here, right? Home." And that didn't even look like steak. It looked like someone put it on a 3D printer and put some flavors on it. And I, I threw it in the trash can. I said, he is not eating this. We have to go back to going to the butcher. Remember the days of the butcher?
I do.
So
I do. I mean,
that
I'm
was
just
or stop eating meat completely, right?
well, some of the things I've been seeing lately, when they say the hamburger from some places, I don't know the specific stores, have been coming up with DNA. At first, I didn't understand. Like, what do you mean that hamburger was tested and has DNA in it? We're gonna leave it right there because we're not trying to get bumped off this channel or anything else.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
But
Not the Dana.
girl, so yesterday I was coming back from my appointment, and I was like, you're so tempted to stop at and get a like a and that
Fast, something fast.
yes, and even if I stop at a service, not a service station, but one of those big, huge places on the side of the road. What's it called? Like, not where the
Convenience
truck.
store.
Say again.
Convenience store?
No, you're on the highway, and it's like
Truck
the truck.
stop?
Say again.
Truck stop?
Well, I was gonna say truck stop, but they're beautifully made, and they have like Dunkin' Donuts, and they'll have
Oh,
the
like a service stop where they
yeah,
have the whole service. Yeah.
right, right. So there's a
Mhm.
couple of places that I would eat because it's like homemade pizza and pasta, and they make salads and cucumbers and tomatoes. So now I'm like, if I'm on the side of the thing, if I can't get me a really good salad, and then even lettuce nowadays, I'm just saying you can't even like. Can we just eat something? So I'm like, what do I eat? You got to bring a snack, a really
Yeah.
good not a granola bar, but they have these really good snack things that you can have
Mhm.
with like high protein in them, like 10 grams of protein or whatever.
Mhm.
So I ended up after, okay, I was saying the lady did my nails and stuff like that. And I'm like, she's asking me questions. So I'm asking her questions. I'm like, and she's very, very thin. And I was like, wow, what do you eat on a daily basis? I always ask people from other cultures what they eat because when you Google, and I've Googled several times, what country has the most fit, slender females on Earth, basically, or in Asia, the Asian countries come up
Of course.
because they're eating like cabbage and kimchi, and so they're eating
Mhm.
foods that are good for the gut.
Right.
Which we should have been learning that in elementary school, but we
Yeah.
didn't know that it was going to be the way that it is 50 years later.
Right.
And I said, when I came last time, she squeezed me in like it was 6 p.m. ish, whatever, and I won't say but she was in like the plaza, and I'm like, you squeezed me in last time like 6 by the time I left out of here it was close to 8 o'clock ish. And I said, so what time do you open? She says 9:30. I said, so you basically work from 9 to 9:30 or 9 to 9. She says, yes. I said, well then that's late. I said, what do you eat when you get home? Because I'm not being nosy. I just really genuinely want to know like to eat healthy, And
Mhm.
for the most part, you and I were very keen on what we're eating. I'm very intuitive and very intentional.
Except for once, twice a year, I do have my cotton candy a year.
Yeah, don't watch last week's show, guys. Don't watch last week's show.
Mm-mm,
so,
mm-mm.
so she says, uh, so I did find out her mom lives with her, of course, because that's what they do culturally too. And I said, well, when's the last time you've been back to China? She says, oh, we haven't gone back. It's so expensive. And she said that she moved her mother and father to the United States. And so I said, well, do they live with you? And she said, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And her father had passed away a couple years ago. But she said when she
Oh.
gets home, her mommy, she says, my mommy, I love it. She's because I mean, she spoke good English pretty much. She says, my mommy has she makes a smoothie for me. I said, a smoothie? What's in the smoothie? And she said, broccoli and squash. I was like, in your smoothie?
You.
I said, no, I said, you must mean like it's steamed hot soup made in the
Mm-hmm.
blender.
Mm-hmm.
And then she showed me her blender and it was like from Timo, wait, for $40. And I'm like, okay, I don't need to go and buy that because you and I both have uh what do we have? What's our thing called?
Nutra
No,
mix,
Vitamix.
Vitamix, yeah.
So we both have Vitamix. So I'm like, you know what? I said, so what else does she put in it? You know? And
Mm-hmm.
she says, oh, so she said, so girl, I stopped home. I stopped at this grocery store. I got me a squash. I didn't know if she meant butternut squash or a regular zucchini squash. So I got a zucchini squash and I got a butter squash. And I have tons of carrots because the cleaning lady where my husband works, she's also from China. She just brings my husband bags and bags of carrots and onions and all these things. I'm like, honey, you're going to have to tell her that just tell her that it's just you and I. We can't eat all these things because I guess she's going to like I don't know, like
Farmers market.
or someplace where they're giving away these things. I don't know. I'm not gonna have
Oh,
two big Target bags full of bags of carrots.
wow. She's probably growing them in her backyard and just
No, no,
went to
no.
share.
They're in. I thought so too because
Oh, store bought. Mm-hmm.
last year
Uh-huh.
she gave us from fresh stuff from her garden, but this one here is in a bag. So the regular carrot bag.
Right.
So I was like, you gonna make me put this stuff in this, and I've never really used the function for maybe once or twice, as long as I've had
Mm-hmm.
my Vitamix for
Yeah.
maybe 7 years or more, probably more than that. And I've never really gotten into the practice of making soup. She's oh yeah, she
Mm-hmm.
just throws the squash in there and some a little bit of carrots and some broccoli, and that's what I eat every night. And she's I just love it. I said your mom needs to make a recipe book, and
Yeah.
she said yeah. She said yeah. She
So
always
she's got to be putting like garlic or ginseng or something
well,
in
I'm
it.
sure. I mean,
Ginger.
I would not make it without putting garlic in it. That's how we
Yeah.
do. But
Mm-hmm.
then she said, yeah, and in the morning I'll make another smoothie. So I'm like, there's a lot of things to be learned from other cultures, and it's not that
That's right.
we don't have things, but
Mm-hmm.
a lot of our we know without being too political again, our natural born language and culture was stolen from us because we don't really know, you know. But anywho, I thought that
Yeah.
was kind of cool. So I ended up also getting I knew I had broccoli the day before. So I took out the breast of the broccoli, stir fried it with some shrimp. I bought some frozen shrimp. And that was pretty good. I might just end up doing that on a regular basis. And she says she eats rice, but right now I'm like I'm avoiding all breads, pastas, and all that stuff because I'm really just trying to first of all I need to increase my steps.
Yeah. But, and it's so funny how, you know, we're decreasing what we eat and still either gaining or not losing weight the way we want to. So it's like, what do you do? Right.
Leave the country.
So,
Leave the country as often as possible, and
yeah.
because other countries are not like you said. I'm not sure why I can't find that one video, but yeah,
I went on a cruise and ate whatever I wanted to eat and I lost weight. And then the next time I just maintained. I didn't gain any and I didn't lose any. I'm thinking,
yeah. What's up with that, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So
uh,
I don't know.
I
I don't
don't
know.
know.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of excited because Pop has no appointments in June.
Yay.
Yay! No appointments in June. And he has one appointment in July. And he has two appointments in July, but I put them on the same day. That way it's one and done.
Right.
One and
Absolutely.
done.
I mean,
So
going to the veterans place or before appointments and seeing people that are like our dad's age, like 84, 85, and seeing a person fall over. I mean, I'm trying not to put timeline, but anyway, that was it's wow. You know, they say that our culture, it was meant to, throw our kids into school and to put our parents in nursing homes, and all that was like intentional. I heard a
yeah.
message just recently, less than a month.
But it's horrifying. Do you know that we're the least likely to put our loved ones in? Well, Asians and then us. But if you look at it, when I look at the demographics here, I think you might see out of maybe a 200 bed, how many beds? Out of a 200 to 300 bed, you may see like four black people of of color.
People of color, but
Yeah,
all the people of color, because when you say it's POC, so that would be us.
yeah.
You think of Asian Americans,
Mm-hmm.
it could be even Mexicans or people of right, uh, Latina, and then
Hispanic. Hmm.
and East Indian.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know,
I have never seen an East Indian in a nursing home.
I
And
think that would,
I've seen many nursing homes. I've worked in a couple, and also with our father going from here to here, I've never seen one in
yeah, me either, because I think that that would be like, yeah,
sacrilege,
yeah, absolutely, yeah,
like this total disgraceful.
yeah, yeah. So you know, tell me, can you hear my fan?
No.
So you're about to see it blow on me every couple of minutes because yeah, I'm gonna rotate it. So far we've talked about veterans, we talked about being moms, elderly
Mhm.
care, gardening, military benefits. We talked about when you stepped away. I said my granddaughter's about 9 weeks old now. I'm losing track, and you have four grandchildren from the eight, from toddlers all the way up to teenagers. So
Yes.
you got tots and teens,
I was getting ready to say the same thing.
tots and teens.
Tots and teens. Yikes.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
So your granddaughter's finishing up school in what grade is she? Please don't say like 11th grade. What grade is she going into?
She's going to look great.
That is just I see. That's the thing. Other cultures, they live. We did the military thing. That was fun. But now you look back on it, we are so divided. And I mean not mean divided, but I mean we're so separated out. Like everybody lives in different spaces, and we were
Mhm.
meant to live in communities so that we could help each other.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Well, I believe I can see us getting back to the basics. And that's what another thing I love about my church. It's like may not be like biological siblings, but in Christ we're all siblings, right?
Hmm.
And they are not trying, but they're preparing a plot of land for community, you know, and they actually even want to have something for like the seniors, like a place for the seniors, and you don't normally see that. So I'm not going to get into all the details and such, but they actually have like ideas about everything on the land, and even down to like where they like to see it, on that land. Right.
We've seen it function well because you're in you have sister churches that you guys
Mm-hmm.
travel to and they've been doing this for like 25, 30, 40 years now.
Probably, yeah, and that is so Waco and Virginia, the one closest to you.
Yeah. Well, that's still 8 hours from where our mother is too. That's it's but but yeah, so we know that it's working. And there's a lot of people who are just packing up and go into living community. The only thing they don't have is that they don't have that strong cord of having our Lord and Savior as that dividing or binding factor. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because when you live in community like that, people are going to be doing their own thing, and you got to have some kind of governance. You know, so that's what's helping the community that you're talking about. I can see your eyes are so. We're both so tired because I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Sorry.
So
But
I'm
yeah.
feeling how your eyes are, but anyway, it's working because okay. So, anyways, we've seen it. Girl, stop.
Oh,
So we've seen it work together in community, and I think it's a beautiful thing, especially when
yeah,
you have that thread that runs through them all is loving Christ as their Lord and Savior, and so that makes you want to do right, act right,
right.
Because I tell you what, and I don't know, I guess I'll bring it up to you because I'm seeing more and more moms and families that have autistic kids that are being abused in these schools because some of the kids cannot articulate.
Hmm.
One child looked like they were, I don't know, somewhere between kindergarten and first, second, third grade, and they weren't able to articulate themselves. And they kept coming home with scratches on them and stuff all over their body. And the mom's like, something's going on. And the father's like, something is going on. Like, don't send him to school. And she's like, but like basically, if you're working you gotta send him to school. I mean, and so she decided, she told the administrative office that something's not right and blah blah blah. And they're like, no, he's fine, he's fine, he's fine. She put a camera in his hair. I don't know how she did that, but she put a camera
Hmm.
in his hair, and sure enough, caught the person calling him out of his name with the letter N, strangling him with their hands around his neck, and pinching and spanking and beating this kid. And
Wow.
she went down there. Look, I'm one that when I see a comment, a thing, I always read the comments. They're like, uh, y'all, can you raise some bond money? Because if it was them, we just no. But
Mhm.
I feel the same way. Like, just I'm going down there to the school and just call 911 and have them meet me there because I'm ready. You know what I mean? So
Girl.
I'm just saying. I'm just, oh, that part right there.
I
Why did we hear a bloop?
don't know. You kind of went out and then came back in.
Oh, that's weird. So maybe I hit something, and I need to be staying still because look, we're getting older, and I'm getting stuck. Woo. I have my laptop is up this high,
Yeah.
so I had like 3 books like this tall. That wasn't enough because I'm like,
Right.
oh, you're not seeing this chin today.
I
You're not seeing this chin today.
just said whatever, let it
So,
flow.
but the good thing about it
Great.
is that
Uh,
when we start to lose weight,
yes.
evidence is going to be all there because I'm not going to not do my morning Bible study, whatever, whatever. But
Mhm.
this thing is on top of a vase that the vase is this tall,
Yeah.
and then the laptop part is really like angling down on me, so it's like this high.
Yes.
So it's basically eye level. So
Mm.
so yeah, I need to stop moving around because all
Topple over.
my whole rig could fall over on me.
Not great.
So
I am feeling also that, just being out in the sun for like an hour and a half, I can definitely feel like I need to hydrate, like seriously hydrate.
oh yeah.
I feel like drained right now.
And thank you for
So,
saying that because that's what another thing. Going back to what that lady said in the Caribbean, she said that
mhm.
the kids were up. They weren't up at the crack of dawn. You walk to school, so you're getting sun. Lunchtime, you're eating outside.
Mhm.
When you get out of school early, like 1, 2 o'clock, you're walking in the sun. So she
Right.
said, and then your working environment, lunches outside. So she
Yeah.
said, she said, I don't know if it was culture, intuitive, whatever, whatever. Don't know the right word, but she
Or
said
necessity.
everything was centered around gathering and getting sun. And she
Mm.
said that that's another thing that made her want to say, you know what, it's time for us to pack up and go on back to wherever your native home was. And of course, you and I don't know where our native home was, but I know I wasn't born for the cold because I'm right down here in Connecticut. I, I would, I'm not going to say that my birth was an accident, but landing in here, that was an accident because I'm like, I keep telling my husband, if I had to spend,
There are no accidents, but good.
no, one more winter
Yeah.
in. So anyhow, guys, just stay tuned
Mm.
because the world is getting, I would say, for us Christians who know where we're gonna be, is getting gooder and gooder. As my as my pastor would say in Tampa, it's getting
Mm-hmm.
gooder and gooder because all these things are starting to reveal themselves, and you can only can't help but get excited. But at
Right.
the same time, of course, my daughter's gonna call me back. I called her 2 days ago.
Ooh, we got 5 minutes. We can always cut it short with the peace, love, and blessings. Go ahead and click it.
But let me just tell her I'll call her right back. I'm
Okay.
on my live. Can I call you back, honey dear, sweetheart? Can I call you right back?
You're on your live. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'll call you right back. Love you. Bye.
Love you.
I just said bye. She said, bye. She sounds like a new mom who needs a really good nap.
She sounds tired. So, Ajua says, I love you.
Yes, yes, yes. And matter of fact, I need to send you over some paperwork because we were planning a trip already for next year, and
I,
I need to send
I'm so
some.
excited. Like,
Yeah,
let's go. Like, I'm going to start putting my little money pool on the side because I have always wanted to go. And the fact that I can go with my sister and like with sisters, I'm like super excited.
I know,
Okay, that's
right?
what I asked.
I know, right? So I need to figure out like how to get better deals on because the sisterhood club that I'm calling it that um we'll have to see if you can get online tomorrow night at 9 o'clock because she gives you
Yeah,
the rundown. Um, but now I got to find a travel agent or some way to get better airline tickets, and I know that that's out of control for everybody. So,
right.
but I know that people are traveling for less. I just have to figure out how they're doing it.
Tomorrow at 9. Okay, so I'll be in the car.
Oh, 9 o'clock
'Cause
my time, 8 o'clock your time.
I'll be in church.
Okay, well then I think the next day is also because Cynthia sent me the schedule, so
Unless it can be recorded, I can go back to a later date because Wednesday is my Bible study day.
okay, all right, yeah,
Hmm.
we'll figure that out.
Okay.
But yeah, where are we? Wow, 2 minutes to go. Okay, so I'm telling you, what seriously? And
Well, that thing's been going off the whole time.
I don't even know when I see names. I don't even. I obviously I typed that name in there, but I don't know who that is.
Well, I'm glad you didn't put it on vibrate because it's a possibility to forget later on down the road that's on vibrate. Like, where's my phone? I don't know where my phone is. Somebody call it.
Girl, that's another thing as far as age wise. Don't be putting it because yeah, you put it on vibrate and then you say to your son and my husband, call my phone, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mute's even worse. But like I say, I'm telling you, the Lord allows me to walk up on my phone on days like that. He just allows me to walk up on my phone and there it is, boom.
Well, I'm starting to put it up on a podium like this
Yeah, yeah.
on my stand because when I
Hmm.
put it on the corner of the counter or I put it on the table with the tablecloth, I am looking high and low for this phone, and it seems like it's nowhere to be found. So I have to again intentionally put it in a spot, and I have a cover on mine, and I bought I got a nice little wallet thingamajigger.
Hmm.
But anyways, so I want to also end by saying, you know what? Having little nuts for snack. This one has
Hmm.
omega 3s in it because it has pistachio and almonds and walnuts in there. Little tiny individual packets that I
I
was
have the
with.
same thing upstairs for pop. Some have cranberries, some have raisins, those for the sweet part.
Yes. So I'm trying to find really good, we can share really good healthy snacks. And of
Yeah.
course, you want to take care of your gut by having some kombucha,
Yes, yummy.
having some kimchi,
Ooh, okay.
and
A little bit of yogurt.
okay, so we have 2 minutes. Do you want to tell us what was in your you had chia seeds?
Okay, so it was chia seed. You have chia seeds and water. You soak them overnight, and then the next day you put 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar and a half a lime. I put a whole lime in it, not, as far as squeezing it. But it says half a lime. But it's really up to your taste. And I just mix it all up, and I tell you what, that just whoop, when I just say that it cleaned me out clean. So I figure if I can just do that at least once, twice a week, I mean, doing pretty doggone good. But it's supposed to help you with your waistline as well. So
So
I'm like, okay.
when you saw the video, what did they say? How often were they taking it on the video?
Um, hmm, I don't recall that actually. I'll have to go back and let you know. Let me note to self.
Well, and if it was Instagram or YouTube or whichever one too, you could also send it forward. That
Well,
way,
I think it was Instagram. And can I send Instagram to TT or to other?
but you can send Instagram to my Instagram.
Yeah, I can. Huh?
Yeah.
Well, check it. I may have sent to you already.
Okay. All right.
Or
Well,
if it wasn't via a. It may be in the
so I'm gonna find out that cute little thing because you know how at the end we go like this. And
Yeah.
it's funny because you always have your eyes closed, and I'm always like,
Yeah.
but it's the cutest little flyer. I That's gonna be at the end of this one. You know,
Okay.
if you ever wander back to the page for Nubian Queen Nation,
Mhm.
you'll see that that's going to be the new picture of us. Because now you just take a picture and you can pretend you're in Hawaii, you can pretend you're wherever, sitting in
Yeah.
the tower. I mean,
Mhm.
of course, we got to watch and use good examples or good judgment. You know, but it's not going to go away. You just learn how to do it so you don't. People are losing their say. Not everybody's going to lose their job. You just need to learn how to do some of these things to increase your tools and
And then
ability.
there's so many outlets that give you helpful hints on how to have a side hustle. I think we're definitely in the age where everybody needs to have it. Not just think about side hustle, prepare a side hustle. You know what I'm saying? Something you can do that, and preferably something you can kind of have a hobby side hustle, like where you like actually like doing it, would be
Yes.
ideal.
So I know that we're in closing, but some of the ladies that I met there, this one lady recruited into the travel thing. She recruited her sister. Her sister gave gifts of the company to her children. She gave gifts of the company to her children, and they all went to Punta Cana on a. So whenever they go and we have specialty trips, the whole family is there, and they befriend the gift package to their children. I'm like, and they write it off.
That's nice.
I
I
was
definitely like the write off part. I mean, I love the family part because that goes without saying. But the whole being able to write it off too is like, yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. And they were all at her table for lunch. They were all there
wow,
with her. And I was like,
I
wow. I
love
saw
it.
her,
I love it.
one of her, go ahead.
All I can say is that was kind of reminded me of the cruise. I know we're already over time, but the cruise I went to for my church sister's birthday. She had so many family members there that came to celebrate with her, and she, in fact, that she actually included some of us. Some of us. I thought that was the most amazing thing. I had so much fun. They were so down to earth.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're from Sierra Leone. But
Oh, okay.
and all I can say is, sweetest lady.
Mhm.
She's a blessing. Her smile is so radiant, and just love being around her. So.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mhm.
So, in closing for us, we always end by saying peace,
Peace,
love,
love,
and
and blessings.
I'm closing my eyes this time.
That's funny.
Oh, I said that. Well, I guess it'll be it. Maybe they'll catch us when you see the picture. It's just every time we do it, you always close your eyes, and my eyes are always open, looking to see,
It
But
means something.
yeah, because I'm just on guard. I don't know.
Mhm.
But anyways, we thank you guys for being here with us. We ask that you would share, comment, like. If you see this in the replay, put pound replay, and that's all we have. Come back and visit us next week. And I don't know, I might consider putting the flyer up on TikTok. I mean, because we just have so much fun over here.
Mhm.
It's like you want to grow, but do you want to grow? Because there's more criticism, it's more people coming in, and you got to get rid of the naysayers or the people who come in. What do they call those people who come in to instigate when you're in a live? I forgot. There's a name for them. I can't think of what it is.
Negative Nancy's.
That too, but there's a yeah.
Negative Ned. That's
Yeah,
negative Ned. But yeah, there are always going to be those kind of people,
exactly.
and we can pray for them. Lord, help
Exactly.
them, Father God. See
Exactly.
them.
The other day, somebody came into
Um,
my room, and I said, "Sir, this is not that room. If you can't be nice, we're gonna have to mute you." And they actually straightened up, and they left the room, and I didn't have to kick them out. So, but
because
my thing is glitching, so I know we gotta have to go ahead and close it down in a bit. What are you gonna say?
yeah, they're always trying to trigger. Like, can I trick this person?
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So yeah. Oh, look on when you get a chance. Go to TikTok and look at that flower that I posted. I posted it in the evening, I should take a picture of it in the daytime, but I was watering the garden, and I said, you know what, I have got to take a picture of this while I'm thinking about it.
Well, I might even be able to take a look at it while because I'm on my phone.
Okay.
Let me see. And I meant to. Oh yes, I did see it. The red one, right? Yeah, I liked it from my husband's account this morning. Right there, right?
Make it big. Yes. Yes.
Does it have?
Looks good.
In Exodus 14:14, he promises, the Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still.
Did you put a light on it? Did you have a camera on it?
Still, my child.
Your
weapons. You are trying to win a war that was
I just took it, and however it came out is how it came out, because sometimes when you take a picture, it won't allow you, if you have a flashlight on, to take a picture, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cute though. So I just turned the volume off so we won't get a one of my. That's really beautiful. That's beautiful. Like you plant it from seed, or you just got it from last year and you just put it in the garden.
I planted it, and you know how you plant something and you forget?
But
I'm
from
not
seed?
lady.
From seed or from seed?
Yes. And so, but wait, I had already planted it before, and last time I didn't know what it was, and I pulled it. Pulled it up.
You gotta start using the markers, man. That's what they're for, right?
Oh, oh gosh. You know, I gave our aunt history. I said, not history, but homework. I said, okay. I said, I'm taking a picture of this, and let me know. You know, your trivia is to let me know what it is. And right back, she came back. It's what? I'm like, what? Yeah. So,
well,
anyhow,
that's your homework for next week.
That's your homework for next week. You tell me what it is.
You can put it in your phone.
No.
You can Google it.
Look it up. Look it up. You'll find it.
It's your garden. You Google what's in your garden, I'll Google what's in my garden. All right. So we love you guys. Come back and visit us next week, Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern time and 12 o'clock Central, right? Central. And yeah, we love you guys. Peace and blessings for now. Ciao for now. Visit me tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. on TikTok, where I have